Welcome back, everybody. Conqueror's back with another video, and today we're going to be going over the an updated list for the blue Bojack Brigade deck, since we did get some dash pack cards that do seamlessly help the deck quite tremendously, honestly. It definitely helps out the deck a little bit. So before we get actually into the deck itself, we're going to go over the actual cards that were released, or that are going to be released, and just go over a little bit of what they do. So we have... move these here. There we go. So we have two of the cards here. This is the Bojack and Gokua that are being released, and they both can be played off of the same sort of effect, which is an auto when they are comboed from your hand or energy. You get to play them from your drop area for 1 blue. Now this is obviously after the battle, and Bojack, the only difference is with Bojack, has to be played after you have 3 or more energy. Both are 20k. Bojack is a 20k double strike, while Gokua is just 20k. However, they both have different autos. Gokua's is when you play it, you may place 1 blue Bojack card from your hand in your energy and rest mode. If you do, place 1 of your energy in the drop, and then your opponent places 1 card from their hand at the bottom of their deck. So, a little bit of hand destruction there. It's not. I don't think it's going to do too much. It's more so just kind of a nuisance. Since this is a limit 1, you're not going to be playing blue Bojack hand destruction. That's not going to be a thing. But being able to just sort of mess with what your opponent has in their hand is pretty good. But the better part of this, you actually have the ability of, ramping. Now, you do have to take 1 from your hand, so you are kind of minusing 2 to play this card. But that's kind of what the Bojack's deck's all about, is you're just, your energy is sort of like a second hand, essentially, for you. So you place 1 in the energy, place a card then in your drop from your energy. And the idea of this is you have a lot of cards that you might ramp that you might potentially not want in your energy. It could be an off-color card. It could be something like a Draw Ape. And we just need to get that card in the drop area, so this actually allows you to sort of fix your hand a little bit, or fix your energy a little bit, especially if you don't want to use a Galactic Buster or anything to mess around with some stuff. Because obviously Galactic Buster only hits mono blue, so if you have like an off-color card in there, you need to use Goku to be able to pop it. And then Bojack, when your opponent attacks, you use 1 mono blue Bojack card in your energy in a combo. If you do, add the top card of your deck to your energy. So this is almost like another leader effect. And the ideas of this you can use to combo the Zenga combo that draws you a card. If you run the Bojack super combos, I believe you can do it from that. I don't remember actually if those have to be comboed from hand or not. I think they have to be 4 life or less. I can't remember exactly. Both of these cards are very good. I think you're going to play both of these cards in the Bojack deck. The actual Bojack cards is a little bit better. Goku is nice. It's not the better out of the two. It's nice for the hand destruction portion of it, but I think the energy fixing is probably a little bit better. And then we have a 1 Z battle card that came out, which is Zenga. So this card is a 10k barrier, 2-drop, cost 1 Z energy. If you leader the Bojack Brigade and all your energy is blue. When this card is played, you place up to 1 blue Bojack Brigade card from your hand in your energy in rest mode. So this does have some ramping capabilities, which is nice. You can actually do this. You're not going to do this back-to-back turns, but you can do this turn 2 against some decks, maybe turn 3, and then you do it 1 more time during the game. You already have a 2 energy advantage over your opponent. That's going to be huge. That's going to be huge. The second effect, you can KO this card when you play a blue Bojack. You may give that card barrier until the end of your opponent's next turn. So this is nice. You can give the 4-drop that we just showed barrier, which is nice because then you have the ability of comboing it, or comboing off of the effect. You can give it to your dual attacker that you're going to have. You can give it to the 8-drop, which is also very good. So both of these are, actually all 3 of those are pretty good options, but also just having the effect of being able to ramp and then having a barrier card on board. This is a pretty good card. Definitely, I don't know if it's what the deck needed, but it's definitely something that blue Bojack players will take as a win, for sure. Now we're going to go over the actual deck list and give you guys kind of an idea of what I was coming up with. All right, so we're at the deck list here, and we'll just kind of start from the top here, work our way down. This is just just kind of a mock deck list, but I do think most of the Bojack list will probably look similar to this as a base. So the 1-drops here, we have, I use Zenga as a 1-drop because you're never going to play her, you're just going to use the combo effect. But all of these cards seamlessly are going to draw you a card. So Beto and Gokua, when they're played, Beto draws you a card. Goku searches top 5 for a 3-drop Bojack Brigade, or your 4-drop Unison, which is what you do need to awaken early. Both of them have activate battles where they gain 10k, and a keyword skill. Beto gets double strike, Goku gets crit, until the start of your next main phase. So essentially for your opponent's turn, they will also be 15ks. And then Zenga is a 1-drop combo. When you combo this card from your hand, or I'm sorry, from your battle area or your energy, you draw a card. So essentially you put this in your, you want to charge this card always. You put it in your energy, and then you use your leader effect, and you can combo it off. So you also can use the new Bojack card, which obviously is going to be in the stack, and you can combo this off as well. Draw a card, and then this deck actually makes Z energy pretty easily. So being able to use this Zenga to just gain more Z energy is going to be really, really good. We have some more Bojack cards here. So we have the Evildoer, which is sort of your main card you're going to play. So you combo this, you tap 2, you play this guy. Bottom decks a battle card when it comes into play, and then it swings twice. So you have a 20k dual attacker that also bottom decks something after the battle. It's a very, very powerful card. We have Bujin. Bujin is a 1-drop, just a hard negate. You also can play it from your energy by pitching a card, which is nice. So you have the ability of being able to use it from your energy. But this is a very good card. I think archetypes that have hard searchable negates is definitely something to play. This is Gamma uses one of these. There's Android 21. The 7Q deck has it's not a searchable one, but you can, if you play a god based deck, you have the Whis. I think it's Stalwart Defender. The one I used in my Nats deck. Just having 1-drop battle card negates. Very good in aggro in like aggro formats. Might not be amazing as of now, since Sin's kind of going away from being like that turn 2 crazy aggro, but this is still something you could potentially run. You never know when you're going to run into an aggro deck. So then we have the Galactic Buster combo with Zeno. For people who don't know, Galactic Buster is an incredible card. It had to be errated because the card was so good. But you combo cards from your energy, you then ramp a card, you draw a card, you combo a card, and then you ramp the top card of your deck. I believe, right? Or I think I think so, right? At the end of the combo, you end up playing. At the end of the battle, you end up putting something in rest mode. So, and then you have Zeno, which you you draw a card. That's what it is. So you draw a card, you combo a card, and then this goes into your energy. And then at the end, you put a card in rest mode. And then you can use Zeno to grab back the Galactic Buster, put another card in your energy, and then you can use Galactic Buster again. So that's why you use this combination here. Some extra cards here. We have Dirty Burst and D-Magic. These are pretty standard for any blue deck. We have the 2 new dash packs. We have 2 Gokua and 3 of the Bojack. Bojack could easily be 4, but the effect of this being a limit 1 means you don't really need to have 4. Just having 3, just make sure that you see 1. Villainous Threat Bojack. So I thought this card was very interesting. So the Villainous effect you're not really going to use it for, but being able to play this for 1 from the combo. The effect is you play this card and you choose one of your opponent's battle cards with a higher energy cost than their current energy, and you bounce it back to their hand. So why this is good is that if you're playing against a deck that's playing, let's say a Secret Rare like a Gohan or the Kaioken Goku, or you just have a deck where your opponent has a really big boss monster that has dual attack or triple attack or whatever, you can play this, and then at the end of the battle you just bounce it back, right? It gives you another target, just like the Bojack or the Bojack on Rampage, which we didn't really talk about here. But all 3 of these cards have the ability of bouncing something, whether it's bottom decking or bouncing it. And this is just a 1-drop version of that, right? Bojack costs you 2. This Bojack costs you 4. And I think it's just nice to have another target for it. Might as well. And it's also searchable off of the Gokua because it is a 3 or less Bojack. So I definitely think it's worth playing in the deck. I haven't seen too many lists actually running this. card in the deck. So we have 2 Baby Apes. Counters are strong. You're playing a blue deck, you're probably going to play Baby, unless for whatever reason you can't from some sort of weird requirement. Unisons, we have 6. We have 4 Majin Buu, 2 Gotenks, mainly just because you want to see one by turn, whether it's turn 3 after you ramp turn 2, or turn 4, so that way you can play one of these. Doesn't really matter which one you get. Obviously, Buu's the better one, but just seeing even if you see Gotenks, you're like, great, at least have the ability to awaken. Gotenks is a dual attack blocker. You can -2 to draw 2, or you can -3 to bottom deck 2 cards, ignoring barrier, which does actually come up, especially in blue matchups. If people are playing the World Blitz card or the Vegito, the SS Blue Vegito Z Battle card, you can bottom deck that. A lot of effects there. Obviously, Buu's a better one, being a blocker, can bottom deck something. Basically, you can stop 2 attacks. Just a very difficult card to get through. A few extra cards here. We have Gohan. Not an extra card, just this is the extra card here. But just having a Gohan. Most blue decks, if you have this card, you're gonna play it. Very expensive card. I think it's currently I think it's a little overvalued for the price of it. But it's just me. I'm not paying $50 for this card. It's a good card, but not $50 worth. But it does bottom deck something in the battle. You can combo it to bottom deck a 4 or less, 4 or 5 or less, and then it does a 20k triple attack. And then Beerus bottom decks a 2 or less on your opponent's turn when you draw a card, or you can bottom deck something on your opponent's on your turn, give 10k, and bottom deck something greater than their opponent's energy. And then the secret rare I chose was Gohan. I think Gohan is, if you don't have Gohan, obviously your next option would be something like Kaioken. If you don't have Kaioken, you have Hatch. Hatch is still not like the worst one to have. I think Hatch is still incredibly powerful, even with counter calendars and stuff going around. But Gohan, obviously, you have Gohan, you're gonna play Gohan, right? Being able to restand your Baby Ape or your Bojack or just energy, and it's just gonna allow you just to go into more plays. I think is just a very good card. So Gohan it is. Also the barrier removal is very good because this deck doesn't have a ton of barrier removal. So just having the Gohan is very, very good. We did make sort of a Z decks. We have 2 of the Beers here for barrier removal, 1 Cell for board wiping. We have 3 of the Zenga. You have them available obviously at any time. You're probably only going to use 1 most of the games, potentially 2. So definitely don't need a 4 of. And then we have 1 Vegito for the long games. But that is what I have for you guys for the Bojack list. I feel like it's a pretty standard list. I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's anything crazy about this list. I do think, like I said, this Bojack card should be tested in a lot of Bojack decks. I think it could be very good. But yeah, that's the list here for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys do, as always, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I always appreciate the support, and I look forward to talking to you guys. Have a good night.